to the Luxury Lifestyle Show, where we bring you the latest and greatest in all things luxurious. In this video, we will take a look at why caviar is so expensive. But before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. Now, let's get right to it. Caviar, known as one of the world's most expensive foods, can fetch prices as high as $35,000 per kilo. This delicacy is highly esteemed and savored by aristocrats across the globe, although acquiring a taste for it may require some time. Interestingly, caviar hasn't always held such immense value. During the 19th century, sturgeon species were abundant in the United States, to the extent that caviar was offered for free in saloons, much like bar nuts. In Europe, fishermen were either feeding the sturgeon eggs to their pigs or leaving them on the beach to spoil. This begs the question, what caused the shift? Similar to authentic champagne, caviar is not sourced from just any location. It is important to note that not all products claiming to be caviar actually meet the criteria. Authentic caviar must be derived from sturgeon eggs. There are currently 27 sturgeon species found worldwide, spanning across North America, Europe, and Asia. However, the future of these species may be uncertain. The abundance of sturgeon in the past allowed caviar to be freely offered or wasted. Nevertheless, true caviar originates solely from sturgeon eggs, and while various sturgeon eggs exist globally, their continued existence may be at risk. The looming threat of extinction for sturgeon arises due to human activities such as excessive harvesting and habitat destruction. The International Union for Conservation of Nature acknowledged the severity of the situation in 2010, as it included 18 sturgeon species on its red list of threatened species, positioning the sturgeon as the most endangered group worldwide. However, the implications of such lists are paradoxical. On one hand, these listings serve to safeguard sturgeon populations against further decline. Several regions in the United States, for example, have enacted laws that prohibit fishing of endangered sturgeon species or the importation of their eggs. Such measures contribute to conservation efforts. Yet, on the other hand, the scarcity of caviar intensifies our desire for it. This phenomenon finds an explanation in the rarity value thesis, an economic concept. It elucidates how the value of an item increases solely due to its rarity, irrespective of any inherent changes to the item itself. In summary, human activities pose a grave risk to sturgeon survival, prompting their inclusion in the red list. While protective measures have been implemented, the allure of increasingly scarce caviar persists. Guided by the rarity value thesis, an economic principle that sheds light on the paradoxical nature of our desires. Sturgeon, mighty creatures capable of weighing several thousand pounds, possess the remarkable ability to yield hundreds of pounds of roe in a single instance. The current world record holder is a beluga sturgeon, weighing an astonishing 2,520 pounds and producing a staggering 900 pounds of roe. Today, such a specimen would be valued at approximately $500,000. Curiously, it wasn't until the 20th century that these freshwater giants and their eggs transformed into a rare and sought-after commodity. The unfortunate consequences of pollution tainted their once pristine waters, while the construction of dams obstructed their upstream spawning grounds. Consequently, sturgeons encountered immense challenges in reproducing, exacerbating the detrimental effects of overfishing for both their delectable meat and valuable roe. Adding to the complexity, female sturgeons need a significant amount of time to reach sexual maturity, spanning from 8 to 20 years depending on the species. While they have remarkable capability to produce millions of eggs during a single reproductive event, the harsh reality remains that only a minute fraction will manage to survive to adulthood. The sturgeon population ultimately succumbed to the overwhelming demand placed upon them, transforming their coveted eggs into treasure jewels within the realm of luxury cuisine. Presently, the United States diligently regulates the import and export of caviar, contributing to its hefty price tag. Each precious egg, without exception, is meticulously harvested by hand, underscoring the labor-intensive nature of this prized delicacy. When it comes to sturgeon, we must remember that we're dealing with an endangered species of raw seafood. It's comparable to consuming and handling, let's say, edible elephant tusk. That's why the caviar industry is subjected to heavy regulation. Consequently, the majority of caviar available today is sourced from sturgeon farms. The turning point came in 2011 when all trade of wild caviar was deemed illegal worldwide due to its endangered status. Back in 2004, there were merely 6 farms globally dedicated to raising sturgeon, with only 2 of them producing caviar. Fast forward to the present, and we witness a significant surge in sturgeon farms, now totaling 2,000 establishments worldwide. One noteworthy farm, known as Kaluga Queen, situated in China, stands out by producing 35% of the world's caviar. The caviar harvesting process at Kaluga Queen adheres to the time-honored Russian and Iranian techniques, involving the fish's demise followed by egg extraction. However, alternative approaches are being explored by other farmers to avoid killing the fish. One such method is called stripping, wherein fish are injected with a hormone to stimulate egg release. Although farmers have employed this technique for years, it was primarily intended to boost fish production rather than acquiring caviar. Only recently have people begun preserving and selling the stripped eggs as canned caviar. The crucial aspect of this approach is that the fish remain alive throughout the process. By employing rapid and precise procedures, the impact on the fish is minimized. The fish is swiftly removed from the water and placed in a specialized holding facility, already in the midst of spawning. With a gentle press and massaging of the belly, the caviar effortlessly flows out from the fish. The concept of no-kill caviar is commendable, yet its adoption remains limited. Regardless, the establishment of caviar farms offers a ray of hope for the recovery of wild sturgeon populations. However, the responsibility for their revival rests largely upon us and our actions. What did you think? Tell us in the comment section below. Give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.